Hecate, walking the crossroads, how to choose your own path without fear. Every woman will, at some point, arrive at a crossroads, a sacred pause between what has been and what could be. It may show up at the end of a relationship, a job you've outgrown, a career you want to change, a family expectation you no longer want to carry, or a tradition that no longer reflects your truth. This is not confusion. This is initiation. And at these sacred crossroads, one goddess waits in the shadows, torch in one hand, keys in the other, ready to walk with the woman who chooses herself. Her name is Hecate. Welcome to the Dark Mother Mysteries, the temple where the sacred, the sovereign, and the shadow parts of womanhood are remembered, honored, and restored. Who am I? I am Shadow Moon, priestess, oracle, and head mistress of the Sacred Mystery School, a space where we reclaim lost feminine wisdom, honor the divine dark mother, and restore balance to a world that has forgotten its roots. If you are reclaiming your power, rejecting patriarchal conditioning, and walking the sovereign path of the dark feminine, you are home. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel because here we remember who we were before the world told us to shrink. Chapter 1. Who is Hecate? Keeper of the keys, crossroads, and power. In ancient Greece, Hecate was feared, revered, and misunderstood. She was neither Olympian nor underworld bound. Instead, she belonged to the liminal spaces standing between worlds, unclaimed by order. Hecate is the ancient goddess of the crossroads, thresholds, witchcraft, and the underworld. Older than most Olympian gods, she was never conquered, only misunderstood. She held dominion over magic, thresholds, spirits, and chaos. She was called upon at the crossroads, where decision must be made without certainty. Unlike other goddesses bound to fertility, love, or war, Hecate governs something deeper: transition. She is depicted with three faces, representing the maiden, mother, and crone, because she exists in all phases of womanhood. She walks with black dogs, hold torches that illuminate truth, and carry keys that unlock hidden doors. Hecate was the only one who heard Persephone's cries when she was taken into the underworld. She was the one who walked beside her, down into the darkness and back into light. Her torch illuminated the unseen, guiding souls who stood in darkness. Her keys unlocked doors that were never meant to be opened. For women walking an unconventional path, Hecate remains a protector, one who does not dictate choices, but instead strengthens those who choose boldly. To walk with Hecate is to walk with truth, in mystery, and in power. She does not demand your obedience, only your willingness to choose yourself. Chapter 2. Why women need Hecate now more than ever. Women throughout history have been expected to conform, to marry, to serve, to suppress their desires for the sake of others. Choosing yourself over societal expectations has always been a radical act. Today's woman is drowning in expectations. Be a wife, be a mother, be successful, be beautiful, be pleasing, be small, etc. But inside, your soul is restless. You know you were meant for more than performance. That knowing is Hecate. Hecate represents the unbound woman, the one who does not ask permission. She offers clarity, courage, and confirmation that walking alone does not mean walking without power. She doesn't show up when you have it all figured out. She shows up when your soul is whispering, there has to be another way. Women need Hecate for three reasons. One, she protects women who forge their own path, whether unmarried, child free, or choosing unconventional spirituality. She offers strength. 2, she reminds us that uncertainty is natural. Society teaches women to fear instability, yet transformation always begins in discomfort. 3, she stands at the life's crossroads, reminding us that the right path is the one we choose ourselves. Hecate is the dark mother who walks with women who refuses to obey blindly. She empowers women who leave the altar instead of getting married, quit the job that's killing their spirits, say no to family guilt, question religious traditions, burn the script they were handed at birth. She is not gentle, she is loyal. If you walk with her, she will walk with you through every dark turn, every fearful moment, every act of self liberation. Chapter 3, How Patriarchy Weaponizes Fear to Control Women. For generations, patriarchal systems have conditioned women to fear the unknown. They tell us stability is safety, that rebellion leads to ruin, that tradition is the only path worth walking. Why is choosing yourself so terrifying? Because patriarchy trained you to believe that your value depends on others. Marriage is for safety, obedience is love, pleasing others is power, doing what you were told makes you good. None of this is true. They don't teach women how to choose for themselves. They teach women how to perform for love, money, and survival. Fear becomes the cage. The unknown becomes the enemy. But here's the truth. The unknown path, that scary, unpaved road, is the only one that belongs to you. Patriarchy keeps women stuck by making you question your own intuition. But Hecate reveals the truth behind the disillusion. Women who follow their own desires are labeled selfish, yet sacrifice is expected. Women who choose solitude over partnership are called unnatural, yet countless women thrive outside of relationships. Women who reject societal norms face isolation, yet true empowerment comes from within, not from approval. Fear is used to control, to force women into predefined roles, to make independence seem terrifying. Yet fear is merely a gatekeeper. Once faced, it dissolves. Chapter 4, How to Choose Yourself Without Guilt. To choose yourself is to accept that you may disappoint others. But disappointment is not betrayal. It is simply the cost of personal truth. Choosing yourself is not selfish, it is sacred. But when you're standing at the crossroads, you need tools, you need questions, you need clarity. So here's a universal question system you can use no matter the situation. Ask yourself these 5 questions. Number 1, am I staying because I truly want to or because I'm afraid to leave? Number 2, if I choose myself, who might be disappointed? And am I willing to survive their disappointment? Number 3, what version of me will I become if I stay? And do I want to become her? Number 4, what truth have I been silencing just to keep the peace? Number 5, what would choosing myself look like right now, even if it's messy, scary, or unpopular? Let's apply this to common crossroads. Choosing yourself over a man. So, are you with him out of love or fear of being alone? Are you silencing your truth just to keep him? What will it cost you to shrink for his comfort? Choosing yourself over a job. Some questions you might want to ask yourself is, does this job honor your spirit or just pay your bills? What parts of yourself are abandoning to survive here? Is stability worth the slow death of your purpose? And y'all, let me just say, earlier this year, I had to leave my role in which I was a manager, and they had me doing the job of 3 people. And I said, absolutely not. You will not treat me like I am in modern day slavery. And you know what? I chose myself over the job. And now listen, I've never quit anything, but I had to resign from this job because I struggled every day in order to get up and to go to this job. Like my body literally did not even want to get up out of the bed. And at first I told myself, well, I'll suffer through it for like a year or two because I need the money. But my soul said, absolutely not. We're not going to do this anymore. So in February, on Valentine's Day of 2025, I chose me and I stepped away from that job. I resigned, and I have never felt so much relief in my life. And this was the first time I actually chose me over suffering, over money, over anything. I was like, my health, my sanity, my mental health, my emotional health, my body is much more important for this job. And this is just a little caveat because I'm deviating from the script. I would say this: any woman, no matter what your age is, you want to stack your money up because you always want to have what I call FU money, which means, excuse my language, fuck you money. Because you always want to be able to walk away from any situation, whether it's a relationship, a marriage, a job, a career, anywhere where you are feeling like you're being used, abused, or your soul is just being crushed. You want to have enough money set aside with your savings. In your savings, you want to at least have 8 to 12 months of your savings saved up. Now this is the first thing you do when you get a job. You make sure you have your savings together because you want to have the FU money and be able to walk away from anything or anyone who no longer serves you, and that way you have a cushion. So always remember that. Okay, so let me get back to the script. um Okay, so choosing yourself over a job. Does this job honor your spirit or just pay your bills? What parts of yourself are you abandoning to survive here? Is stability worth the slow death of your purpose? When choosing yourself over family expectations, you can ask yourself these questions. Are you living for your truth or to avoid guilt and conflict? What dreams are yours and which were assigned to you? Would your family still love you if you stopped performing? When choosing yourself over tradition, you can ask yourself, do these beliefs empower you or keep you obedient? Who benefits from your silence? Are you ready to write your own sacred path? Chapter 5, Walking the Crossroads Without Fear. The crossroads will always exist. Y'all, this is a part of life. Times where clarity seems distant, where uncertainty feels overwhelming. But Hecate's lesson is simple. There are no wrong choices. There's only the choice you commit to. Hecate does not choose for you. She simply stands with you, torch in hand, and waits for your soul to speak. At the end of every path, one stands alone, and one truth remains. The power has always been yours. The crossroad is not a curse. You are not weak for questioning tradition. You are not broken from wanting more. You are not bad or wrong from walking away. You are becoming sovereign. You are becoming sacred, and you are becoming whole. And that is the path of the Dark Mother. Until we meet again, Sacred One, this is Shadow Moon, head mistress of the Dark Mother Mystery School, signing off. Class is dismissed.